Congratulations on being selected to join the exciting world of goo production here at the Goo Factory. Today marks the start of what promises to be one of the most rewarding, creative, and downright enjoyable challenges in Fishtank history. In the Goo Factory, you'll have the opportunity to collaborate with your fellow contestants, unleash your imagination, and contribute to producing high-quality goo, a fascinating substance that brings joy to so many. But hold on. Let's pause for a moment and remember, while this is undoubtedly the most fun activity we've ever had on Fishtank, it's also an activity that involves real chemical ingredients and processes. That's why we're committed to ensuring that every single one of you approaches this challenge with the utmost seriousness and respect for safety protocols. Inside the Goo Factory, you'll be handling specialized chemical components, such as polyvinyl acetate-based adhesives and borate activators, along with precision tools, mixing equipment, and personal safety gear. These materials, when used correctly, create safe, fun, sticky and stretchy, wonderful goo. However, even minor deviations from improved methods of production can lead to product contamination, damage to valuable factory equipment, or, most importantly, personal injury such as skin irritation, eye discomfort, or other avoidable health concerns. That's precisely why, here at the Goo Factory, safety is our #1 priority, always. Before any contestant is authorized to measure, mix, handle, or even come into close contact with goo or its raw ingredients, you are required to complete this comprehensive mandatory safety training program, which will require you to pay close attention to this official training video. This is not optional. So please, pay close attention to every detail. Listen carefully to the instructions, take notes if you'd like, and remember, this training is designed not only to keep you safe, but to help you excel and truly enjoy your time in the Goo Factory.
Thank you for listening, and thank you for your commitment to safety. You're now ready to begin this vital training. So, let's get started on making goo the right way.
Wow, just look at all that incredible, amazing goo. It stretches for feet without breaking. It flows slowly like a thick liquid, and yet it can bounce like a rubber ball. Truly one of the most fascinating materials you'll ever work with here in the Fishtank.
So you might be wondering, what exactly is goo?
Goo is a proprietary, factory-produced viscoelastic compound created through the careful, controlled combination of two primary ingredients: a water-based polyvinyl acetate adhesive, commonly known as glue, and a diluted solution of sodium tetraborate, or borax, in water. When these two components are precisely measured and thoroughly mixed under approved factory conditions, a remarkable chemical reaction occurs.
And that's when the true magic of goo production truly begins.
The mixture rapidly thickens, develops extraordinary elasticity, and transforms into the stretchy, multiple, entertaining product we all know and love as goo. From a scientific standpoint, goo belongs to a special category of materials known as non-Newtonian fluids, or, more specifically, a cross-linked polymer colloid. Unlike ordinary liquids that flow consistently, or solids that maintain a fixed shape, goo exhibits properties of both, depending on how force is applied. This unique behavior makes it both educational and highly engaging. Now, that all sounds pretty complicated, so let's break it down simply. The base adhesive contains long tangled chains of molecules called polymers. These polymers slide past one another easily, which is why glue pours so smoothly. However, when we introduce a carefully measured amount of borax solution, the borate ions act as tiny connectors that link these polymer chains together at multiple points. This process is called cross-linking. Cross-linking creates a three-dimensional molecular network that gives goo its signature characteristics. It's wonderfully stretchy, able to extend many times its original length. It's delightfully squishy, molding perfectly to any shape you press it into. And yes, it's incredibly fun to produce and handle, when done correctly.
But team, let's be perfectly clear. While goo is exciting and fun to create, it is not food. It is not a toy for unsupervised play. It's not a cosmetic either. It's not intended for personal consumption or application.
Remember, goo produced in the Goo Factory is strictly for authorized factory use and controlled distribution only. It is a professional-grade compound manufactured under strict guidelines and all handling must comply with factory protocols at all times.
Understanding what goo is, as well as what it is not, is a foundational principle of safe goo production. When we respect the science behind goo, we can enjoy the process while keeping everyone safe. Great job paying attention so far. You're well on your way to becoming a certified Goo Factory operator. In the next section, we'll cover some of the basic ground rules that you'll need to know before you step into the Goo Factory.
Team, please listen up. Before anyone is permitted to touch a single bottle of adhesive, measure a single drop of activator, or even enter the active production zone, we must review the foundational safety rules of the Goo Factory. These rules are non-negotiable. Remember, they exist to protect your health, the health of your fellow operators, and the integrity of the entire operation. So please, listen carefully and commit each one to memory. Rule 1. Never, under any circumstances, consume goo or any of its raw ingredients. Goo is strictly prohibited from being eaten, tasted, or placed in or near the mouth. Additionally, no eating or drinking of any personal food or beverages is allowed inside the Goo Factory production area. This prevents accidental ingestion and cross-contamination. Rule 2. Horseplay, splashing, throwing, or any intentional misuse of goo or its ingredients is strictly forbidden. Such behavior can lead to uncontrolled spills, skin exposure, eye contact, or inhalation risks, any of which could result in immediate injury or shutdown of the production line. Rule 3. Do not touch your eyes, face, mouth, nose, or any other mucous membranes while handling materials or while inside the active production zone. Even gloved hands can pick up trace residues of borax or adhesive. Transferring those residues to sensitive areas can cause immediate irritation, redness, stinging, or longer-term damage. Rule 4. Any spill, no matter how small, must be reported immediately and cleaned up. Spills can create slippery surfaces, contaminate batches, or lead to unintended chemical exposure. Prompt reporting and safe and proper cleanup is key. Rule 5. After removing gloves and before exiting the production area, hands and forearms must be washed and scrubbed thoroughly in the designated vinegar solution station. This will remove any residual borax or goo stuck to you, which must be done before cleaning yourself in any of the house's sinks or showers, or even that awesome jacuzzi. Goo is an incredibly viscous material that could potentially cause damage to plumbing if improperly disposed of. Finally, and most importantly, if at any time you feel unsafe, uncertain, or notice a potential hazard, you are required to immediately stop all activity and notify production staff. Your safety and the safety of your team is far more important than any production quota. To notify production staff promptly and efficiently of your feelings of uncertainty and lack of safety, first, immediately signal your discomfort to your teammates in order to shut down the production line. Next, remove your respirator and blow into the provided safety whistle. Make sure you blow the whistle loud enough that production staff in the basement can hear your cries for help.
Stop right there. I don't feel safe.
Once the whistle has been blown, immediately freeze all activity and wait for one of us to come up and solve the relevant issue. Or, if needed, evacuate the Goo Factory. These rules are not suggestions. They are mandatory requirements for every Goo Factory operator. Following them ensures that we can enjoy all the creative, rewarding processes of goo production while keeping risks to an absolute minimum. Understanding not just what to do, but why we do it, empowers you to make safe decisions even in unexpected situations. Remember, safety isn't just compliance. It's a mindset of caring for yourself and your teammates. Embrace these rules, apply them consistently, and we'll all enjoy a productive, injury-free, and truly rewarding experience in the Goo Factory. Excellent work absorbing those essential safety rules, team. You're building a strong foundation for safe goo production. Now, before you can enter the active production zone and begin handling any ingredients, every operator must properly suit up with the required personal protective equipment, or PPE. This gear is your first and most important line of defense against potential exposure to the adhesive, borax solution, or incomplete goo. At the Goo Factory, we provide 5 key pieces of PPE for every session: a disposable clean suit, protective eyewear, a properly fitted respirator, goo-resistant gloves, and of course, your safety whistle. Wearing this equipment correctly and in the right order ensures maximum protection while allowing you to move comfortably and work efficiently. The sequence matters because each piece builds upon the last. The suit covers your clothing and most of your skin. The respirator and eyewear protect your face and breathing without interference. And the gloves go on to seal everything at the wrists and provide direct hand protection. Let's go through the approved donning procedure step by step. Pay close attention because this will be on the test. Step 1. Put on the disposable clean suit. Begin by stepping carefully into the clean suit legs, 1 foot at a time. Pull it up over your regular clothing, sliding your arms into the sleeves. Zip or fasten it fully from the bottom up, ensuring the hood is ready but not yet pulled over your head. Go ahead and adjust for a comfortable fit. It should cover you from neck to ankles without restricting movement. The clean suit acts as a barrier over your clothes and skin, preventing adhesive or borax from contacting your body directly. Putting it on first keeps the rest of your PPE clean and allows easy access for the next steps. Step 2. Put on the respirator. Place the respirator over your mouth and nose. Secure the straps. Top strap across the crown of your head, bottom strap at the base of your neck. Then perform a quick user seal check. Inhale and exhale sharply to confirm no air leaks around the edges. The respirator must fit snugly against your clean face for proper protection against any fine particles or aerosols from the borax solution. Step 3. Put on protective eyewear. Now, place your safety goggles over your eyes and adjust the strap for a secure, comfortable fit. They should seal around your eyes without gaps and not fog immediately. Goo goggles provide a critical shield against splashes that could irritate or harm your eyes. Step 4. Go ahead and put on your Goo gloves, ensuring they extend over the cuffs of the clean suit sleeves for full coverage. Go ahead and flex your fingers a little to confirm a good fit. They should be snug as a glove, but allow the dexterity needed for measuring and mixing. Finally, wrap the safety whistle securely around your neck. Go ahead and give it a soft blow in order to make sure that it's working. Once fully suited, give yourself a quick visual check in the mirror. Or better yet, have a teammate confirm. Once you've both been confirmed secure, go ahead and give your teammate a high five. You're ready to get in there and start making some goo. Remember team, this PPE isn't just a uniform. It's proven protection designed specifically for the risks in goo production. By suiting up in this exact order every time, you're minimizing risks and maximizing your ability to create some amazing goo safely. Great job learning the Goo Factory PPE donning sequence. In the next section, we'll learn what to do once you enter the Goo Factory for the first time each shift. Keep up the focus. You're almost ready to start production. Team, take a good look around and welcome to the actual Goo Factory production line. This is where all your training comes together. 3 dedicated stations, 1 continuous flow, 1 goal. Safe, high-quality goo. Mixing creates the batch. Measuring portions it precisely. Packing seals it perfectly. And the conveyor belt keeps everything moving smoothly between you. Before we start any production, every shift begins the same way. Clock in, suit up, then prep each station thoroughly. We'll walk through every station in order. Introduction, pre-shift prep. How to operate it safely, and exactly how to clean it at shift end, so you know precisely what to do at every moment. Let's start at the beginning of the line. This is where the magic happens. As mixer, you control the very first and most important step, turning water, borax, glue, and a splash of creativity into perfect, fantastic, amazing goo. Wipe down the entire station, table, bowls, tools, and your sink area with vinegar solution and approved disinfectant wipes. Check carefully for any dried goo residue from the last shift and scrape it away safely with your gloved hand or a goo knife. Gather your supplies. You'll need a large mixing bowl, a fresh bottle of glue, your trusty tub of borax powder, a bottle of distilled vinegar. Finally, your team's food coloring. For demonstration purposes, we'll be using purple. Once you're ready to begin, fill the bucket under the sink about 3/4 full with warm water. Secure the sink stopper, then pour the bucket into the sink and add roughly half a bottle of vinegar. This is your on-demand neutralization wash, ready for quick cleanups or rinsing. It'll also help you clean up your tools at the end of your shift. Pay close attention because this is where you will be learning our proprietary goo recipe that's entertained and fascinated millions of people around the globe. First, fill the bowl with approximately 40 ounces of warm water. Add about 2 teaspoons of borax to the water and stir it until it's completely dissolved. No clumps, no shortcuts. You have to make sure that all the borax has been completely dissolved into the solution. Next, add a few drops of your food coloring. Just a drop or two should do. And now, the fun part. Pour in about 60 ounces of glue. Get in there and work it. Keep kneading steadily until every drop of liquid is absorbed and the goo reaches that classic, stretchy, incredible, bouncy consistency. When you're absolutely sure it's perfect, carefully dump the entire batch onto the measuring station table. At the end of your shift, cleaning up is simple and easy. First, scrub the mixing bowl thoroughly with the vinegar solution. Use some aggressive elbow grease here. Wipe down every surface of the station and get all that goo residue off of everything. If any goo chunks remain in the sink basin, leave the solution overnight to let them dissolve safely. Otherwise, position the bucket under the drain. Slowly release the stopper, watch for any blockages, and have a teammate help you dump the contents into a double-lined trash bag. Never pour goo waste directly down any drain in the house. Always dispose of all goo waste directly into the trash using a double-lined trash bag. Make sure you take extra care not to spill any goo anywhere outside of the Goo Factory. Next up is probably the most fun job in the Goo Factory. Next to mixing and making that awesome goo, of course. The measuring station is all about portioning out the goo into easy to play with 10-ounce portions and sending it down the conveyor belt. Simple enough, right? Well, pay close attention because there's no room for error here. Wipe the table and the surrounding area clean. Reach under the table and pull out the goo knife, our specialized goo cutter, the goo scale, and a stack of clean 10-ounce containers. Once you receive the raw goo from the mixing station, use the goo knife to cut roughly 10-ounce sections from it. Place each section on the goo scale and weigh it carefully. Adjust by adding or removing tiny bits until you hit exactly 10 ounces. Lastly, gently pack your measured portion into the container. Smooth the top if needed. Then, place the container on the conveyor belt to give it a gentle push toward packing. Keep the portions moving steadily, and make sure you call out to the packer so that they know there's goo coming down the line. At the end of the night, scrape any stuck goo from the table using the goo knife as a scraper. Wipe the table, scale, and knife thoroughly with vinegar solution and disposable wipes. Dispose of any scraps in the trash bucket. This is the last stop for all the goo that comes through our production line, and your chance to make every goo look professional and secure. This job might be simple, but it's deceptively hard. Wipe down the station area, including the end of the conveyor. Gather your supplies from underneath the table. You'll need our pre-printed goo labels and safety scissors. First off, stay vigilant. Watch that conveyor like a hawk. Grab each incoming container before it reaches the end and falls into the trash bucket. Once you have your goo, press the lid on firmly and evenly to create a tight seal. Take one sticker, cut it cleanly in half with the scissors, and apply 1/2 to each side of the container for balanced professional labeling. Now that you're done, let those finished goos start to stack up and admire your handiwork and the handiwork of your epic teammates. At the end of the shift, make sure you wipe down the station, collect any stray labels or scraps, and dispose of them in the trash bucket. Ensure the area is spotless. You've now seen the entire Goo Factory production line, from raw ingredients and mixing, on through to precise measuring, to the final professional touch at packing, and all the way through safe, thorough cleanup. By prepping each station, operating with care and precision, and cleaning diligently at the end of each shift, we keep the factory safe, the goo stretchy and spectacular, and the team injury-free. Well done, team. You've made it through this essential Goo Factory safety training video. Give yourselves a round of applause and a big old pat on the back. You deserve it, because you've absorbed critical knowledge that will keep you, your teammates, and our entire operation safe and thriving. Remember, safety isn't just a checklist, it's a commitment. By following these protocols without exception, you're not just avoiding risks, you're unlocking the full potential of creativity and collaboration in the Goo Factory. You'll produce goo that's stretchy, squishy, and spectacular, all while building lasting bonds with your fellow contestants and making Fishtank history. If you ever have questions or need a refresher, this video is always available. But before you dive into the fantastic world of the Goo Factory, you'll have to complete a quick certification quiz to confirm your readiness. Don't worry, I believe in you. I have no doubt that after this educational safety training video, you're gonna ace that test and be the proud owner of a Goo Handler certificate, just like me.
Thank you for your attention, your commitment to safety, and most importantly, your enthusiasm for Goo production. Now suit up, stay vigilant, and get out there and make some awesome goo. Here's to an injury-free adventure in the Goo Factory. Stay safe out there.